banging out the beats.
Yeah, the beats are still going, so I mean, we might just start rapping over them for the podcast.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised in the anus. That's where I got most of my AIDS.
Did you hear that right?
It's alright, I'll be in the podcast.
That's the intro to the pod right there. That's it, it's done. Clip it, save it.
Right, so I think first things first, we're going to go through the draft.
Yeah.
Where do we go here to get that draft recap?
Yeah.
So...
If you go to... Oh no, actually...
Oh no, it's alright. It's alright. This is just alright. No, I'm fine with this. You did a damn good job.
Look at that. I'm not even projected to win a game for myself all year.
That's week one. Should probably lose to you just out of the goodness of my heart. So yeah, I'll get that out of the way first week. Lose that. I'm projected to finish number one. My team's strengths: Patriots defense. Good call on the Patriots.
Yeah, a lot of Patriots.
Trade targets. Stephen.
It's like get another Patriot.
Yeah, here look, you haven't got enough Patriots. Try Stephen Gostkowski. Jared McKinnon, Lamar Miller is they're trade targets, so they're clearly picked. I was looking at Kai Forback because
I need a kicker. I was thinking about him as well.
Matt Prater. What would do them? Big Ben. So tempted. I've got enough wide receivers to just drop one and just pick up Ben. Just to have him.
Just have him.
Because you know, at some stage, 1 week he's going to get pissed off and throw 7 touchdowns for 800,000 yards.
You just got to play him that week.
Yeah. But no. I'll keep an eye out and see what the story is. I'd like to put him in for just the one game, week, just the bye week for Brady would be nice.
Give him a week off.
Tom Brady. All right, chances to make the playoffs 90%. That's way better than ever before. But fuck this up from this position. Man. Yeah.
22% chance to win it all.
It's all right. It's nearly
decent.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's
that's not factorizing in my stupidity though. It should look at last year's decisions and the season before and be like, nah, 0%. Chance to make the championship. Well, I'm happy enough with that. Honestly, happy enough with not finishing last. So
that's all you got to do, and it's an improvement.
So yeah, right.
So you go to my team, and we can go to the teams from there.
My team.
And you see if you click the little arrow up beside the name. Yeah.
Right. So we'll just go through my Patriots team here.
Yeah.
Tom Brady from the Patriots. Ezekiel Elliott. Pretty happy with that. It was a nice first pick.
That's like where he felt with Barry taking Alvin Kamara. Just makes too much sense to not take Ezekiel Elliott there.
Yeah. So I'm delighted with that pick. Royce Freeman. No idea.
Yeah, we'll see.
Wild card. Royce Freeman's the wild card.
Wild card, bitches.
Aztecs wild card. Doug Baldwin. Yeah, Doug Baldwin.
I think he was there in the fourth. Yeah, and he's just solid every year. Yeah.
Just gonna have a look at Doug Baldwin's last year, what he did. Week 3 against Tennessee, 16.5, 15.2, 16, 10, 9.5, 13. Yeah, I mean he's solid and consistent.
Yeah.
And that's enough points. Yeah, I mean that's. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, Doug Baldwin, not too shabby. Keenan Allen, we discussed Keenan Allen.
Yeah, him there at the end of the second, he's just the upside is too good with Phillip Rivers there. A couple of 20s and a 16.
28 and a 23. I mean, over the course of the season,
and that's right when you need those wins at the end of the year. Yeah, so that's nice.
Those 2 games in a row, the difference between being really pissed off at the end of the season. Being reasonably happy. So this is clearly, I shouldn't be letting you know this, but that's probably what I'm going to start with.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, maybe not Royce Freeman.
Yeah. You have James White and CJ Anderson there, and Marlon Mack. You can just move up there and put someone else in the flex, like Sammy Watkins or whatever. So Gronk, super pick. That I'm delighted. Right, I was so surprised he was there in the middle of the third. I was going to just take another running back for you, but when I seen him there, it's like for the points he's going to score.
I've had Delaney Walker for the last...
Yeah.
Has he been my...
He could have been every year.
It could have been every year.
It could have been.
So, this is a big departure. And look at these numbers. I've never seen these numbers from...
a tight end, it's
never
madness.
seen these numbers from a tight end.
Just touchdowns all over the place.
Look, this shit.
147 yards 1 week. That's wild.
Fucking ridiculous. I might have to get rid of some of my Patriots
Yeah.
Gronk will not be one of those.
James White, probably you can get rid of him and bring in someone else.
And as for CJ Anderson,
he's probably going to get a little bit of goal line work in Carolina.
Potential like if he gets the opportunity.
Yeah,
he seems to take the opportunity. 21.3 in the last fucking week.
It's nice.
Yeah, I mean CJ Anderson.
He's a big guy. Like I think there's a place for him in the Panthers offense there, and I think he's gonna score touchdowns. Yeah. That's for sure. He might not get 1,000 yards again, but he's gonna score touchdowns.
We'll stick him in there. Just put him in the starting lineup. Give him a bit of confidence at the start of the season. James, what we talk about?
Hoagie Bear.
You see,
someone out in this league wants him very bad.
Yeah, you see, look at this.
Look at those points.
Look at those fucking points.
No Julian Edelman the first 4 weeks.
Yeah. I suppose.
I think he was injured for all of that there. So
yeah, he may be a casualty, but those numbers are fucking sweet.
Yeah.
And but yeah, so I am tempted for the trade, but we'll have to see because the value of the trade may not be what it appears on the outset. So we shall have to see because I think he's got intrinsic value that is not
those first 4 weeks especially. It's hard to look past Tom Brady's number one receiver.
And look at Marlon Mack here, and so he's still not ready. And you look at last season, these are fucking shit numbers. So to be perfectly honest, it could actually be
Hoagie Bear in there.
Could be Hoagie Bear in there.
See what Marlon Mack, because Marlon Mack's not a sure thing at all. At the minute.
He's still a little bit injured, and he's projected to get 85 points over the course of the season. Hogan's 75, so he's projected to get more points than him, but I don't think it's factorizing in the points and the potential in the first 4 weeks because if he got in around the 20 points.
A couple of times
in 4 weeks in a row. Okay, if he does that, he's one of the greatest wide receivers of all time. But he might be. So
he's got Tom Brady thrown to him.
Yeah, and so do I. I have Tom Brady thrown to him as well. So it's just gonna be super fucking sweet combination.
I mean, if he's not throwing to Chris Hogan, who he's throwing to? He's throwing to Gronk.
Yeah, it's the ultimate trio.
If Tom Brady gets injured, though, you are screwed.
Oh, boned. It'll be open season on the Patriots then. Anybody want my Patriots?
All Patriots must go.
Alan Hearns.
He's potentially the number one in Dallas, so
I'll keep an eye on him. He looks pretty young.
Yeah, he's only about 24, 25 as far as I know.
Oh yeah, so Alan Hearns. It's good to have the young person. Marvin Jones, I'm familiar with. There's Marvin.
Probably the number one in Detroit. Him and Golden Tate are kind of 1A, 1B kind of thing.
I had him last season, I think, and he got me. Did I have him last season?
I think maybe Sean had him last season.
Did I pick him up?
Or maybe it was Sean had him the year before, I think. And he was very good for half of the year and then very quiet. And he was kind of the same last year again.
For some reason, I'm thinking... I don't know. He just seems very familiar. But look at those points.
Yeah, right in that middle there. That's some nice points. Nice little 420
420 there. You know when he got the 420, he's like, I'm out.
I'm done.
I'm out. I nailed it on the 420. And Sammy Watkins.
Yeah, he's probably
looks bad against Atlanta. That is not good.
Watkins he's probably number 2 there, and they've got a rookie quarterback. So,
but
he's
San
good
Francisco,
though. He's good.
San Francisco 22.6, couple of double figures. Like at the end of the season, that's a strong end of the season. I take out Seattle because. Oh shit! But 9 and 8 point. It's all right for have somebody. If anybody gets injured.
He's just depth at the minute. He's just depth.
Will Lutz. I think it's a good call, but I think I might go for Matt Prater because of the whole 50 yards. 7 out of 12 from 50 yards. Prater's, he's 10 out of 12 or something for 50 yards.
Nice.
And the Patriots defense. Well, we don't need to say anything about that.
Yeah.
Potential to be my. Oh no. 7th best points. I'm going to make a point there that didn't make any sense. So right, we'll just go through the teams in order here rather than we're going to Michael.
Yeah. Oh, it's just you got to submit those changes.
Stay, motherfucker. All right. So now we'll go on to the OC Millions. Oh, up against the reigning champions, the pretender to the throne. So. I'd watch that live.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll watch that live.
A Lion versus a Crusader.
Now, right. Just get this over and done with quickly.
Yeah, like
Russell fucking Wilson on his team.
His starting
Jesus.
lineup is just... It's just stacked. It's completely stacked. Like, there's no weaknesses at all.
The man is fucking incredible. 33 points, 35 points, 30 points.
I saw a thing...
23, 24, 21. 3 weeks in a fucking row.
I saw a thing
26,
on Twitter
25, 23.
yesterday or something that the entire rest of the Seahawks offense last year scored 1 touchdown. And Russell Wilson scored every single other one of them.
This is
by
ridiculous.
either throwing it or running it.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, so he's going to score points.
Yeah. Todd Gurley.
He's also going to score
it's 45 million
shit ton
guarantee.
of points.
He's reached an agreement with Rams on a 4-year, 60 million extension with 45 million guaranteed. No matter what the fuck happens,
yeah,
he's rolling out of there with 45 million. Man, I should have got that deal with the JJB before I broke my knee. Fuck. Instead of them paying me, I was paying them like a $5 every night I played there. I was a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I'm still doing it.
Still making money off that.
It's up to €6 now.
Bastards.
So Todd Gurley is clearly going to fuck shit up
yeah,
all season.
Likely.
42 points, followed by a 39.
And that's the semi-final and the final week. Like, that's what you're talking about right there.
They're phenomenal numbers.
Yeah, it's
unbelievable. Drugs tested.
Yeah.
Every week. So yeah, Russell Wilson and Todd Gurley with projected...
That's going to be 600 points. Like,
man, and the rest.
Yeah,
that's nearly 700 points like, right there.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Michael, depending on how things go, he may have to have one less player to handicap himself against the likes of me. So yeah, Saquon Barkley, an unknown quantity. Yeah, his wild card.
Yeah. I mean, Michael had the ammunition to kind of just take whoever he wanted. So
they spoke to his hamstring, and it's feeling good.
It's feeling good.
The hamstring responded in the press conference in a positive manner. Barkley revealed Wednesday his hamstring feels pretty good. It's been moving pretty well. So yeah, don't know anything about him. Do you know where he came out of?
Oh, he was the
College.
Same place as Lenny Fournette. I think it was LSU. Maybe that was Darius Weiss. I'm not too sure, but he came from a pretty big time college as far as I remember, and the man's supposed to be an absolute animal. So
AJ Green,
just one of the best wide receivers for the last 5 years, pretty consistently,
and he knows it. Look at that.
Yeah, that's
he's
a smug
got his
face.
Slanty mouth and half squinted eye. He knows his shit. There, he's grand. Michael Thomas.
He was very good last year. I think he was a rookie 2 years ago. I think I had him at the end of the year. He was very strong at the end of the year for me, and then he continued the next couple of years. He's been very good. Drew Brees' is number one target.
Michael Thomas again. Travis Kelce, of course.
Number 2 tight end. He's going to score a lot of touchdowns, a lot of points.
A lot of points, but when you compare him to Gronk,
oh yeah, no one gets
outrageous.
Close.
Gronk's ridiculous. Devontae Adams,
again, another number 1 wide receiver. Good passing offense. He's good in the red zone.
Aaron Rodgers,
beast,
firing balls in him as well. I think we might have to
take a quick pause there.
I think we'll get through the rest of Michael's team. Jimmy Garoppolo, a backup quarterback in the draft.
I know. Oh, Dal, this is just the start of it. Like, wait until we get down to his 2 defenses. But I'm not mad on Michael's depth, to be honest. Ingram's probably going to score some points.
25, a lot of 11s, 31. No, he's got 27. Yeah, Ingram looks like he's going to get him a good few points.
It's just Alvin Kamara is ahead of him. You don't know what that split's going to be like. Sony Michel, Patriots running back, who knows? He's a rookie. He's a little bit injured. Devin Funchess is I don't know if he's straight out the number 1, but he's the biggest wide receiver the Panthers have at the minute. He's good in the red zone.
Some decent numbers.
Cam, I think, is going to have a decent year.
Calvin Ridley
he's a rookie for the Falcons. I think he was the 2nd wide receiver taken in the draft, so I think that they're expecting something from him.
Fuck. Okay. And the Jags and the Eagles.
2 defenses. Like, Michael, what are you doing?
He's clearly looking at a trade. He's like, someone's going to have a shit defense and they're going to want the Eagles. And
I don't know if anyone, I don't know what you're expecting to get trading the defense, unless, Rob does something crazy. I don't know who else is there. I can't even think of someone else is going to trade you something for a defense.
Right, so listen, we'll take a quick cut there and be back in a moment. Stay tuned. Oh shit, I paused the wrong thing. It's too much technology. And we are back. We were previously with the OC Millions, so
I think next we'll probably have Martin, is it? Yeah. So current 2-time champ, Martin Fitzpatrick.
who was his first pick?
First pick was it Melvin? It was Melvin. Yeah, he took Melvin Gordon just before Rob. I forgot you were there for the draft. Rob got sniped on like his first 2 picks, and he was panicking down. He was sweating. He was scared. I'm not joking with you, man. He looked like he was gonna pass out for a while. Anyone who didn't see it, I think, yeah, it was you and Richie both didn't see it. You missed something, quite a sight to behold, to be honest. He was panicking, big time.
So we went with Melvin Gordon.
It's probably a good pick. I think he's going to be a top 5 running back.
Yeah,
He's a beast.
230. Solid, consistent. No, man, 0.1 of a difference in the
first 3 weeks
that's
in a row.
That's the definition of consistency. And then a shit week, and then boom, back with 2 monster weeks.
19.
Another monster week. More monster.
So, a couple of bad weeks, but he had a 420, so like he'll take that, even if that's what he's going to do for you.
Extra points for that.
Yeah, of course. I have been trying to work out a way. Me and Rob are trying to think a way that like you would get 420, but you're thinking like if I give you points, then you no longer have 420. So yeah,
it's difficult. Have to be some kind of physical prize.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We'll work something out. That's what it's gonna be. Cut that bit out. Shh, don't tell anyone.
Right. So. QB, you got Andrew Luck.
Yeah, injured for most of the last 2 years. If he's Andrew Luck, it's a great pick. He's a great quarterback. He's going to score a shit ton of points.
Finding out tight end, Officer Jack Doyle.
Still out on the waiver wire. More on that later.
For a couple of I don't
like
need tight ends,
later.
to be honest. Andrew Luck.
We'll see. I really don't know.
Yeah, Melvin Gordon we talked about, and monster weeks week in, week out.
Yeah.
Dalvin Cook.
He was a rookie last year, and he only played the first 4 or 5-ish weeks before he got injured. He looked great though. He looks like an absolute beast. He was good in college. They're gonna give the starting job to him right off the bat, I think. It's a good offense there. It's a good passing offense.
Fuck me, he's huge. Look at the size of his neck.
I know, man. He's a big dude.
Yeah, he's just... Yeah. So, there's 22. 3 out of 4 games he went into...
Double digits.
So he's clearly...
Yeah, he's going to get the starting job. I mean, their offensive line is... I mean, it's a bit sketchy, but I mean, most teams are like, he's still going to get the work. He's still going to score some points. He's going to score touchdowns. Like, I think Latavius Murray is going to take some carries off him, but not a significant enough amount to be worrying about.
Michael
the Crab.
Crabtree.
Crabtree is good. He's good in the red zone. He scores a lot of touchdowns. I don't know how confident Martin is with him as his number 2, but he has Josh Gordon there as well. Like, he has Randall Cobb. He's got DJ Moore and Tyrell Williams, so he's got some depth there. He's got some trade value there that he could throw around. Like, Josh Gordon could definitely get him someone else.
They've got a lot of bad weeks.
Yeah,
a lot of
Raiders weren't great last year, but I mean, I don't know if the Ravens are going to be good this year. So
3 touchdowns in one game.
Yeah, that's pretty
3
nice.
touchdowns in 3 games in a row. 2 touchdowns then towards it. Yeah, I mean, just very inconsistent.
Yeah.
Jarvis Landry.
Juice is really good. Probably the number 1 there, depending on what Jarvis or Josh Gordon does. Tyrod Taylor's a good quarterback. I have a lot of faith in Tyrod. I think he likes Jarvis Landry. Jarvis Landry, all he does is catch like 110 passes every year. He just consistently does it. So you're going to get points out of that.
That's the word of the day. Consistency. That's what we're looking for, John. We're looking for consistency. Kyle Rudolph.
The red zone tight end. Kyle's a good player. He's got Kirk Cousins there this year, who's probably an upgrade on Case Keenum and Teddy Bridgewater and stuff. I think, did they have a new offensive coordinator this year? So I don't know what his role is going to be like, but he's a good tight end. That's
Yeah, solid. Well, as tight ends go.
Yeah, like he's up there in the top 5 or 6 kind of guys.
And your boy Christian McCaffrey.
My boy, run CMC. Based on what he did so far this preseason, I'd be very happy having him sitting in the flex there. He got 120 yards and a touchdown in 1 quarter the other day.
Yeah.
So that's...
I had him at the end of last season.
Yeah.
And he went... he played every game. Couldn't drop him. So the end of last season, he was solid. Like, that week there was when I really started to have faith in him.
His floor is just high. Like, he's going to get a lot of touches.
Yeah.
So you can't,
Yeah.
You can't look past him.
Right, we're going to have to fly through.
Yeah, it'll be a bit quicker for the depth.
So
Tariq Cohen, that's just depth. Like, he's going to get return yards. 850 return yards is pretty nice. Like, that's going to boost his points with our scoring.
AP, we know all about him.
If he's AP, that's a hell of a running back.
And if he doesn't go to jail or some shit.
Beat up his kids again.
Because I had him last year. I started off with him last year.
Yeah, I think you did, yeah.
And 1.8, 2.6, 3.7,
then he got
0.40.
He got traded then.
Fucking got rid of him. Got rid of him when he was fucking dropped.
Went to the Cardinals then.
And then 25.
There was a couple of games where he looked like Adrian Peterson. So I mean, I don't know.
Well, time will tell on that one. That's a slow burner. That's going to be. It might be really quick. He might do something really fucking stupid.
Just out the gate. Yeah.
Randall Cobb.
Probably number 2 after Tay Adams over in thing.
Can't come up with a sole target. Those numbers aren't fucking spectacular.
No, like he hasn't been great the last 2 years. About 4 years ago, he was very good. He was like much more consistent. He was kind of getting you 11, 12 points every week. Last couple of years just haven't been great. Rogers has missed games as well, which doesn't help him, but we'll see what he can produce this year, I guess. He's a fine person to have on your bench. Like, if you're going to just play him in flex or on bye weeks, he's not going to let you down.
What about Josh Gordon here?
Josh Gordon only just came back to training camp a couple of days ago.
Going to practice soon.
If he is Josh Gordon, he is unbelievable. He is just like a next level kind of talent. If he can do what he did last time he played a full season, like, he is just immense.
So he's taking a bit of a punt on him.
He has him and Jarvis Landry. So he's probably got to get rid of one of those Browns wide receivers.
Oh my God, yeah.
DJ Moore is rookie to Panthers took. He looks good. Hasn't had a whole lot of catches just yet.
4th or 5th wide receiver to start off the year.
Yeah. I think he'll work his way into that team. There's not a lot of good guys, but there's a lot of guys with kind of similar skill set to him. But I think he is better than all of them, and I think he will get his touches.
Nice.
Terrell Williams is like a solid number 2 out there in San Diego, so he's going to get a lot of looks from Phillip Rivers. He's very fast, so he's going to be their deep threat kind of guy. He's going to have some weeks where he's going to score some big old touchdowns. And he's going to have some weeks where he's going to do not a lot for you, which you can see there as well. Like a lot of 1s, 2s, and 3s kind of. But if you play him on the right week, he can win you a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Robbie Gould. I don't think we need to spend a lot of time on kickers, do we?
No.
Solid points. And the Chargers.
Chargers have a good defense. They got a solid secondary and they got good pass rushers. Like, that's all you need.
Oh, not so bad. Right, that's the end of Martin. And on to John's team.
Here we go.
Now, you drafted my team, and you drafted your own.
Also this monstrosity.
Okay, Carson Wentz.
I took him, I had 3 picks at the end because I didn't have 3 picks at the start, so I just got 3 picks in a row at the end, and I just took Carson Wentz because I really like Carson Wentz, and I think if he can start week 1 or 2 and play the rest of the season, he is just going to wreck shop. I think he is just unbelievable. Yeah. And I think he's more than tough enough to come back from this injury, no problem.
Yeah, look at that jawline. That's the jawline that says I can come back from anything. That's like it's not quite Big Ben's jawline.
No.
But he's getting there, you know.
He's working on it.
If he works hard, keeps chewing that fucking whatever he's chewing, lumps of raw beef or whatever the fuck these people eat, and or tendons.
Tendons. Just eat some tendons.
Yeah.
He needs them in his knee anyway.
Yeah. So, eat the tendons, swallow them. That makes your knee stronger. At least that's what the doctor told me.
That's the science I've been working on.
Right. Derrick Henry.
I'll go through all my running backs basically in one thing.
Yeah.
Outside of Derrick Henry and Kenyon Drake, the rest of them are complete shots in the dark. And I just need... Like, a lot of these guys are going to get dropped. Between Peyton Barber, Kenneth Dixon, Frank Gore, Kerryon Jensen, Jamal... Okay, Frank Gore is probably going to go. I'm just waiting to make sure Kenyon Drake doesn't get injured. Is he not retired? Oh, he's never going to retire. He's going to be playing NFL football longer than we'll play fantasy football. All these other guys I need 2 of them to pan out, and the rest of them are gone at the start of the season because I still need a tight end, a defense, and a kicker.
All right. So Sterling Shepard, remember there was noise about him last year.
Yeah, he's Eli's number 2, possibly with Evan Engram there as well. He was not great last year. I think he was injured quite a bit, and it was like a leg injury or something that kind of hampered him a bit. He's definitely he's a good number 2. He's not going to be starting for me every week, but he can produce for you.
Who's your number 1 wide receiver here?
Probably Golden Tate. I'm hoping Marquise Goodwin can be my number 1 because he's going to be Jimmy Garoppolo's number 1 wide receiver. Golden Tate is kind of a slot receiver guy. He's going to get like underneath work and stuff. He's not going to score a lot of touchdowns. He's on a good offense.
You got Devontae Parker.
He's supposedly the number 1 over in Miami now, and Ryan Tannehill's back from injury. Ryan Tannehill was pretty decent just before he got injured there 2 years ago. So I think he can score some points for me too. I think I have enough there that I can get by.
Drafted a lot of Dolphins, kind of like how you drafted me half the
Patriots team, yeah.
So anybody else stand out in that team that you want?
Peyton Barber is a guy that I got right at the end. He didn't do much last year because he was, say, 3rd or 4th on the depth chart. But Doug Baldwin is gone.
Having a good preseason.
Rookie, he's having a very good preseason. The rookie they brought in isn't adapting really very quickly, kind of. So they've already got this guy put ahead of, I think it's Charles Sims is the other guy that's there. I think he might be injured, but they put him ahead of him anyway. Had a good preseason, and if he's the number 1 back, you just can't turn your nose up at 20 touches a game, kind of.
You'd be looking at more games in the 102-yard mark than the 2-yard
mark.
mark.
He got a couple of chances near the end when Doug Baldwin wasn't playing well, and I think he can do something for me.
All right. So do we need to go through anybody else, or we? Marshawn Lynch.
He's kind of in that whole thing of that. I just got to see how he pans out. If he's the number 1 back there and they're feeding him the ball, you got to play him. If he's getting 20 touches,
he's got that Genghis Khan facial hair going.
He really does,
and he's got a fucking tied back and shit. He's got that. Yeah, he does look like a barbarian.
Yeah, he is. The man's a beast. If he can play. If he's the starting running back, he had flashes last year. Like there's some good games there, some good scores. That's because I'm expecting Derrick Henry to be my number 1 guy. I need Derrick Henry to score me 200 points this year.
And there's a game against Denver where he 67 rushing yards, 43
he can
receiving yards.
Catch some passes.
Catch passes.
No doubt.
There's his Tyler Lockett dude.
I got him for the return yards. He is Seahawks punt returner, and the man is absolutely lightning. Like, he is just so fast. And, Seahawks defense, I don't know what they're going to be like this year, but you still got a pretty decent line and some pretty decent linebackers. So if they can get stops and he's catching punts, like he had 1,000 return yards last year. Like that's a lot of return yards.
You don't have a tight end.
I don't have a tight end or a kicker or a defense. So I have to wait and see who pans out and all those and then drop them before week 1 and see who I can get.
Well, kickers wise, just loads.
Yeah, like I'm not too worried about kickers. Tight end, there's not a lot out there anyway. And by the time in the draft I was going to take one, there was like the guys that I can take were there anyway, and they're still on the waiver wire now. So you got to take someone and see if they pan out, I think.
Right. We'll take another quick break and we'll be back because we got to this only records a certain amount of time. And we're back. So on to the next team. This is going to be things are going to get a little bit quicker from here on because time has caught up with us. We've done you last. Connor.
Onto the newly rebranded Toronto. I haven't even seen his new logo yet properly. Did he put it up on Facebook?
He sent me. I'll show it to you later.
I
time on the phone, but
yeah,
I think he's moved the Titans up a bit, and he's moved the Toronto up here and made the Titans bigger.
Sweet.
So based on my professional advice,
opinions.
I did the son of a bitch a logo, and he's like, "Too late, Dal." I got one done. And I was like, "Man, that logo I did for him is way better than mine." Did one for Michael. He was like, "Nah, Dal, nah, you're all right." Did one for fucking Martin for winning the league. Super Crusaders helmet.
Nice.
Fucking super one. No, Dal, you're all right. Shit's gonna be worth a fortune when I'm famous, idiots.
Richie's the only one who appreciates you around here.
Yeah, but in fairness, you couldn't turn that down.
Couldn't.
I should have put bat wings instead of angel wings on it. Man, I've still got it. I must redesign that one. It's the best dick I ever drew.
Alright, so
Right.
Connor's team.
Connor's team. Aaron Rodgers. Is he any
Solid.
use?
Yeah, I've heard he's decent.
Let's just
He's
check his
decent.
numbers just to be sure. We may have said that Friday. We said that Friday. Don't know how that.
Dodgy.
16, 18, 24, 23, 24.
And then he just didn't
Then
play the rest of the year.
just
Oh no,
terrible,
did he
man.
come back?
That's just fucking pathetic.
18, he just threw
He's finished,
18
man.
yards.
Like his last game is a .72. He's finished. He's.
Oh no, he
Oh, wait, hold on.
came back against Carolina.
Hold on, he
yeah.
came back from injury with a 3 touchdown.
Against the Carolina
20
defense, who
points.
was actually they were playing better at that time as well. So
Okay,
yeah, he's gonna score a
so-
lot of points.
Yeah, no. In fairness, Aaron Rodgers, I did tell you to get him before Martin.
Yeah,
That was
I
one of
tried.
the directions I gave you was
Stipulations.
get Aaron Rodgers to sick and Martin, and also my running backs have to have knees.
Yeah,
And you did a good job on that. My running backs
I
have
think they all
knees.
have knees.
Lamar Miller, I had him last
Him
year.
and
I
Devonta
think.
Freeman is a good 1-2 at running backs.
Yeah.
They're both number ones. They're both going to get a lot of touches.
Yeah, so we're just not going to check the numbers now. No, we're just going to keep fucking going. We'll check these fantasy points from last year.
yeah.
So Lamar Miller with 157, Devonta Freeman 164. That's solid.
for both of them.
And then AB, son of
Beautiful
a bitch,
pick.
Connor.
Number. I think Connor was like number 7 overall, was he, or something like that, and he managed to get AB.
That is a
That's-
fucking beautiful pick. That could
That's
prove to
lovely.
be most valuable pick of the year.
It's very possible.
Allen Robinson, 1.7. Didn't have the best of season
Yeah.
last year too.
He was with the Jaguars last year. He's back with the Bears now. He's their number 1. Yeah, you need Mitch Trubisky to perform, the new quarterback.
Fuck
so.
Allen Robinson. He got Delaney Walker.
He did. He snaked him.
I'm all right with Gronk now. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong.
That's true. Yeah, so there's nothing wrong with
Let's
that.
just check Delaney Walker's what he got me last year.
Couple of good games, few quiet ones.
Just compare those numbers to
Yeah.
Gronk's. Like, see here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 games, and he's just about matched one of
one
Gronk's
bad
top
Gronk
3
game,
games.
yeah.
I mean, and Delaney Walker's not bad.
No,
he's
one of the better
Gronk's
tight ends.
just so much like. I really hope he doesn't get injured because he's
Yeah.
probably the best player I've ever had.
Yeah, that's fair.
Dion Lewis, so he's hoping the Titans do.
Yeah, I mean
do
Dion Lewis is. I guess he's behind Derrick Henry on the depth
Yeah.
chart, but he's gonna take the pass and work. I don't
See,
think Derrick Henry is catching
I have
much.
a big
so.
issue with this.
Stacking guys on the same team.
No, but like Delaney Walker, if he is a game where he's getting touchdowns, Dion Lewis isn't getting any fucking touchdowns because if they go to Delaney Walker, it's right. We can't do anything else. We're just gonna have
Just
to
gonna throw
bust
it to
through
the-
this
throw it to the
fucking.
big guy. Yeah,
So any weeks he's gonna have a good week. He's gonna have a shit week.
yeah. I
LeGarrette
do
Blount,
like Connor's depth at running back here. So LeGarrette
Yeah.
Blount, Rex Burkhead, and Billy Powell.
solid over 100 with most of them.
They're all guys who can score a lot of points.
Yeah,
They're all
there's
guys who
a-
could be the number 1 back. And
Demarius Thomas.
yeah, he's got good depth there as well. Like Demarius Thomas, Deshaun Jackson, both good scorers. Jameson Crowder, we'll see what the crack is in Washington, but a good player as well.
Yeah. Koskowski and Minnesota Vikings.
Both solid. Connor had a good draft. That's a good team. That team's gonna win some games.
Yeah.
He can stand it. Like he can take a couple of injuries and his team shouldn't miss a step.
Yeah, he's
kinda
not going to
like-
have to do a lot of business.
Yeah.
Bryanstown,
Hauling
Holland
asses
Right, we're
onto
doing
Danny
good.
Thompson.
That's
That's
the
good
5
time, yeah,
minutes.
yeah,
So
that's perfect.
Right, so on to Bryantown, Holland Assers. Philip Rivers.
Danny had a good draft. I think he's
Wow.
happy with it. His running backs are awesome.
I need Philip Rivers to have a good season
Yeah,
for
so
Keenan Allen. So I think that's and I think he will. Like that's solid.
Philip Rivers, he's gonna throw a lot of yards.
Oh, he got Kareem Hunt and David Johnson. David Johnson was big noise, wasn't he?
He was very good 2 years ago. Had a wrist injury, so it shouldn't affect like his running or anything like that. He should still be as good.
Just
at
as
cutting.
wanking.
He's just got to cut down on that jerking off.
No, man, you just got to train your other arm.
Or just get better with
Yeah.
the left hand. Just
Wow.
get someone else to do it for you.
I
Come
hurt
on,
my-
you're a
hurt my right
millionaire.
I hurt my right ankle playing football. Believe it or not, I got an injury, and my right ankle's in bits. Couldn't really shoot for ages with it. It kept going and kept going. So then I just kept playing with my left foot.
Become
And
ambidextrous.
Just turns out down. I was like, all right, just swing my left foot out and make great contact because I concentrate on it. I was like, can't fuck this up. So so that'd be good. Kareem Hunt, David Johnson,
Solid.
very
He's got
solid.
Alex
Mike
Collins
Evans,
in the
Jesus
flex
Christ.
as well. So that's 3 very good running
Mike
backs.
Mike Evans, Amari Cooper.
I don't think Danny's a big believer in the Raiders, but Amari Cooper, he's big, he's fast, he's a good wide
And he's
receiver.
got
he
Derek
runs good routes.
Derek Carr loves to throw the ball.
Derek Carr loves to throw. He loves to sling it, and I think John Gruden is going to take a lot of shots, and I think Amari Cooper is the
Yeah.
guy that's going to be the target for them.
Yeah, I think he's a good call.
Mike Evans is Danny's boy. He's a beast. He needs James Winston to do something. He needs James Winston to be better. So, Jimmy Graham is an interesting one. I think Danny kind of regrets, not that it's Jimmy Graham, but I think he took him a little bit earlier than he wants to. Jimmy Graham's a beast, and he's got Aaron Rodgers there throwing to him. So
yeah, that's a solid end to the season.
It's a lot of touchdowns there.
That's like two. That's solid touchdown score.
And the last time Jimmy Graham was really good was when he had Drew Brees. So if you can put him with Aaron Rodgers now, I mean, we'll see what happens.
All right. Justin Tucker, solid kicker.
Yeah, his bench.
Rams' defense was solid last year.
They were very good last year. Yeah, excellent. They're probably going to be good again this year too. Yeah. His bench. I'm not mad on his wide receivers on his bench. It's kind of Rashad Penny and Naheem Hines. You don't know what you're going to get, and Tevin Coleman's just a backup, but he's scoring good points. I like all three of his wide receivers he has on his bench there. His wide receiver core is very strong. That's three good guys right there. Mike Williams is a really big-bodied kind of guy, and they just lost their tight end in San Diego, and I think he's going to score a lot of touchdowns. I think they're going to look to him in the red zone.
Breaking player news. Impressive thus far in camp.
There you go.
That's not the kind of news I was expecting. Yeah. I was like, got fucked up today in training.
Smashed his car into a fucking tree or something.
He's gone to jail for 6 months for some crazy
Beating
shit.
A woman and smoking weed and all sorts of crazy shit.
Beating a woman for smoking his weed. Yeah, no, that's like, yeah.
He was, I think he was injured for his rookie year last year, and he just wasn't able to get in the field, wasn't kind of familiar with the playbook and stuff, so he just didn't get a chance. So this year you got to hope his physical traits will win out and he can score a few points.
So overall, what do you think?
It's a good team. I think he might have to trade a wide receiver at some point maybe, but his starting lineup is solid.
He's not the only one who's going to have to get rid of a wide receiver.
Yeah.
Right,
I was looking at Shauna's team. I actually love Shauna's team. Her starting lineup is awesome.
Shauna drafted first, and if we just take a look at these fantasy points from last year, nearly 300, over 200, 256.
She's got a lot of good guys on that team.
Like 1, 2, 3, 4 on over 200. Oh, Jesus Christ. Alex Smith on 295.
And that's just their back. Like, Cam Newton could score you 350 points if he has a really good year. Like,
I mean,
her depth is weak.
Yeah.
Calvin Benjamin should have a better year. Theo Riddick is kind of in a crowded backfield. You don't know what you're going to get there. Corey Davis was a rookie last year and didn't contribute enough. Pierre Garçon is old. Jordan Reed is a backup tight end, and she has Greg Olsen, so I mean that's kind of whatever. But
it's 4 players to fuck around on the waiver wire.
None of those are kind of locked in.
Chris Boswell doesn't miss a lot of kicks.
Points, yeah. Ravens have a pretty solid defense as well.
The Ravens defense. So overall,
Shauna's running backs are so strong. Like Joe Mixon, Shady McCoy, Le'Veon Bell. That's really good. And then DeAndre Hopkins at the top of the first round was an amazing pick by Shauna. I think I don't know how he fell that far. It's lovely. Larry Fitz.
Fuck me! Look at those points.
That's a lot of guys who are going to score your points. Like those.
How come you didn't fucking pick me up, DeAndre Hopkins, before that shit?
I know. In fairness, I should have grabbed.
Step into my office, John, because you're fucking fired.
I should have grabbed DeAndre Hopkins for Richie, but the rankings he gave me told me to take Julio. So
fuck Richie. You saw what he did to me last year.
More on that later.
Okay, so overall, fuck me.
That's a great team. Shauna, you see, Shauna always drafts good. Like, consistently, Shauna just drafts very well. So
here we are. What an awesome logo.
Awesome logo.
It's amazing.
All right, Rich's team. Drew Brees, he's going to score you a lot of points. I took him, I think it was kind of the 6th or 7th round.
Oh, shit.
There wasn't a lot of running backs. See, Richie is kind of like my team. I took you a lot of guys. And like a lot of these guys aren't going to be on your team after week 2. You just got to figure out who's going to stay and then get rid of them. Duke Johnson might stay, to be honest.
Like, fucking bad.
He scored but you see, Carlos Hyde wasn't there last year though, and Carlos Hyde is probably the starter.
In fairness, you can't really have Carlos Hyde and Duke Johnson both starting because
you could
one of them's getting fucked.
You could see if Carlos Hyde has a good week, you could trade him and keep Duke Johnson. I don't know what you get for Duke Johnson.
Hold on a second. How are Cleveland playing Carolina and Pittsburgh?
It's so stupid because he was on the 49ers last year and they were playing Carolina first. So this is still last year's game. So it's showing his last opponent. Yeah.
And today's episode has been brought to you by THC. Julio Jones, incredible.
Right. I like what I did from I'm sorry, Richie. Where's the camera? Richie, I'm sorry. I took Duke Johnson in the second.
Smash that fourth wall, John.
Had to be. So your running backs is rough. Chris Carson, Ronald Jones, Chris Thompson. Someone's going to do something for you there, and GOB there as well. So you've got depth. You just need two of those guys to stick, and you'll be doing okay. I think Carlos Hyde will do you okay. Wide receiver core, I think, is very strong. T.Y. Hilton, Stephon Diggs, Julio Jones could all score you a lot of points. Like if Andrew Luck is back for T.Y. Hilton and he's Andrew Luck, those points go up by about 90 points.
Holy shit, John. His kicker and his defense got the same amount of points last week. What do you think that means?
Oh my god. That is... I don't know. I do not know what that means. 153 is your new lucky number.
I'm pretty sure it's significant.
Yeah.
We'll come back to that towards it later on in the season and see how that develops.
We'll see. Everybody remember 153.
Okay. I think we should probably
take a break here.
Take a break there and we'll come straight back this time.
Yeah, that's good. We blew through some teams there.
Okay, so you wanted to talk about Eric Ebron before we head on.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Yeah, that was a good pickup by Richie. I can't remember who he dropped from. Some no-namer red shirt that I picked up. He's kind of the second tight end in Indianapolis at the minute. But I think like he was drafted like number 10 overall or something a couple of years ago. He's definitely got the talent. Should be able to win this job off the detective Jack Doyle, or at least kind of work into the end zone a little bit. So I think that was a nice pickup by Richie.
I think he filled in ably for Delaney Walker 2 seasons ago for me. I might have traded him off you, or possibly. Did you drop him and I picked him up?
Yeah, because I did have him at some stage as well. He's one of those guys who's kind of never really lived up to the potential he has.
And we didn't talk about Drew Brees. Solid.
He's going to score a shit ton of points. Yeah. He's always
Who's he throwing to?
Michael Thomas, Alvin Kamara. Who's the number 2 there? They got Teddy Ginn, who'll score a couple of touchdowns. There's someone else I'm forgetting now. Cameron Meredith possibly as well there.
Well, apologies for the... Oh, okay. We'll just do this. We're on to Rob, who... Oh, look, just flipped
playing
it.
Each other, playing each other week 1.
We planned that. We planned that because, you know...
Because we're fucking professionals.
We're pros at this shit. At this stage, we've done, like, 2 recordings. So Kirk Cousins, big transfer for him.
Yeah, over to the Vikings, to Rob's team. They've got a really good wide receiver core.
Who was their quarterback last year?
It was kind of Case Keenum and Teddy Bridgewater, because Teddy Bridgewater was injured, so it was Sam Bradford and Case Keenum, and then Sam Bradford was injured. Case Keenum came in, had a good year.
So overall, Kirk Cousins is a good pickup for
He's an upgrade.
Minnesota.
You'd have to think he's an upgrade.
Who else? Jordan Howard.
That was a good pick in the second round. I don't know, he's one of those guys that kind of seems to just be a bit undervalued. He's the Bears' number 1 running back on a team that wants to run the ball and play defense kind of, so he's going to get the looks.
So you're expecting
more like than... 9 touchdowns and 1,000 yards is a good floor for him. Like, he should only improve this year realistically. Like, he could be getting close to that 200.
ODB got that horrible injury.
Yeah, so I mean, you got to think he's still going to be ODB. I don't see any reason why he's not scoring you 200 points.
Yeah. Brandon Cooks, another wide receiver.
Brandon Cooks, he came over from where was he again last year? I think he was with the Patriots, as far as I remember. That's a good offense there. Like, Sean McVay runs a really good offense. He should be scoring. He's a complete burner. Like, he's just gonna absolutely smoke people out there. Should score some big touchdowns. Evan Engram's a solid tight end. Rob had 2 picks in like the 5th or 6th round, and I think he took him there just because he wanted his guys. So. And Will Fuller again is another really fast guy. If Deshaun Watson is as good as he was last year, Will Fuller could score 10, 12 touchdowns this year, no problem. Like,
awesome. JJ, he had a monster season 2 seasons ago.
He was good for the Dolphins. Got traded to the Eagles. I think he hasn't really lived up to what they want him to be. But LeGarrette Blount is gone now. So I think he's a guy who could start for Rob in the flex or as running back too.
More than
that. Yeah, I think points. That like LeGarrette Blount scored a lot of touchdowns. Like, he only had 2 touchdowns all last year. LeGarrette Blount has taken all that kind of.
So Rob seems to have picked up a lot of lads that are going to improve on the last season's.
Yeah, you got to think so. The Crow is with a new team.
Yeah.
Billy Powell is still there in New Jersey. I think they want the Crow to be number 1. I don't know. I'm not sure what he's going to do, but he's just depth for Rob at this point. So.
And here we come down to Emmanuel Sanders, who is on the trade table.
Yeah, he's on the trading block.
I think he might stay on the trade block, if we're going to be honest.
He's got a new quarterback there this year. He's got Case Keenum. Rob's a guy who likes him a lot. In fairness,
and he is going to get a better look this season than he did last year.
I think so.
He's been picked up by 93%, nearly 94% of people. So it looks like he's going to have a decent enough season. So I don't know. Maybe I'm tempted. I'll see.
I think you kind of want to see how the Denver Broncos offense is looking and overall.
Plus, I think in the first 4 games of the season,
I don't see him outscoring.
I don't
Chris
see him
Hogan,
outscoring
really.
Chris
Yeah,
Hogan.
that's
I see Chris Hogan probably starting instead of Marlon Mack.
Yeah.
So, I will have a think about it. But
Robbie Anderson actually is a nice pick there. He's got some very nice wide receivers. In fairness, he's the number 1 over in New York, and
Marcus
he's a good
Lee
player.
Did me solid. He's
real fast, and I think
double,
he's essentially the number 1 wide receiver there now, I guess, because Alan Hearns and Alan Robinson have
Who's
both
his quarterback?
Gone, so. Kirk Cousins, his boy Kirk. Oh, sorry, Mark Easley, Blake Bortles.
Bortles, yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, and Harrison Butler kicking.
He was a rookie last year.
Like 150 points. One of the other kickers is 153. 150 points just seems to be
as long as they're scoring that,
kicker
that's
numbers. Fine. Texans defense.
Bad year last year, but
one.
They had a lot of injuries. In fairness, JJ Watt could be back this year. Jadeveon Clowney was great. Whitney Merciless should be back. There's a lot of good guys on that defense.
Yeah. So overall, Rob's
there's a couple of guys. He needs Jerick McKinnon to be good. Like the 49ers are paying him a lot of money. I think he should be the number 1 there, but I don't know. He was solid for the Vikings last year in a kind of not supporting role, but a secondary role. So he needs him to be a number 1.
Jordan Howard is probably going to break 200 points. So
I think so. I think he'll get the touches to do it. So he's locked in as your 1. His number 2 probably isn't. I'd say it's not even sure in his mind whether it's a Jai or if it's going to be the Crow. Rob Kelly has a chance to do that as well. So, I mean, he has options there. It's a good team.
Howard and Beckham have the potential to get an awful lot of points between them. So,
definitely.
Who's his quarterback?
Kirk Cousins.
Oh, yeah, we spoke at length about that. Right, so, and on to the last but not least, the Brookville Rainbow Warriors.
Went to the championship game in his first
Christ. Year. Oh my God, he's going to have a monster season. Sean Watson.
If he does what he did last year, man, he could put 400 points on the board. He could. Like, he played 5 games and had nearly 200 points. Like, that is madness.
I was looking at these numbers going, wait, what? Hold on. He's rushing 269 rushing yards.
Yeah.
19 fucking touchdowns.
I genuinely think it was just 5 games he played. That was it.
20 something. Man, those kind of numbers, they're the kind of numbers I get in Madden NFL on easy with, like, that's crazy. They're crazy numbers. He's the potential to have an unbelievable,
completely
get you on the edge of your seat kind of season.
He's a very exciting guy. Like, if he is what he's supposed to be, the Texans are a very different team.
So that's a good fucking.
That if he pans out, that Baz is gonna be laughing. Lenny and Fournette. That's two strong running backs there.
Michael picked him up last year and got most of these 194 points, didn't he?
I traded him to Michael
Man,
in like week 3 for Derrick Henry, and it was a terrible trade.
That's unreal. But nobody could have predicted fucking that. I don't think.
So him and Alvin Kamara, that could be 400 points right off the bat for you there to go with the 400 that Deshaun Watson might score you. So
now Juju Smith-Schuster, I like him.
He's a risk, I think.
I like him, but how many targets is he going to get with a running back? Like you were saying in the last year of his...
Yeah, that they're probably going to get rid of next year and they are just going to run into the ground. And
so,
Antonio Brown is going to get his share.
Yeah, and by the looks of things, they're just going to play a massive running game and then just toss the ball to AB to get the touchdowns because you're not getting no fucking touchdowns, Lav. You do all the fucking legwork, but we're giving all the fucking praise to AB. So that's why that Connor pick in the 7th round was just fucking gold. So this is a bit risky.
It's a risk, I think. I like Juju. I think he's a good personality. He's a cool guy.
Getting old. He could get an injury. He's
got the speed and he's got the skill set to be very good.
And
in fairness, he's his 3rd wide receiver after Thielen and Tyreek Hill. So he's looking pretty decent.
It's not bad. Who else has he got?
He's got some kind of not risks like Robert Woods and Jordy Nelson. Robert Woods probably gonna have a good year. Brandon Cooks will take away probably some of those long distance kind of throws that he was getting last year, but he's probably still gonna do well. Jordy Nelson, I don't know what's gonna happen there with him. I don't know if he's still gonna be good Jordy Nelson or what the Raiders are gonna be like. So that's hard to know. Samaje Perine, Aaron Jones, and Nick Chubb are all completely up in the air, I think. I have no idea what any of those guys are going to do. Nick Chubb might be the fourth wide receiver on that depth chart. Aaron Jones might be the third, and Samaje Perine might be the fourth on his. But they all might be the number 2 either by fucking week 3, so I don't know.
So overall...
Starting lineup is strong. I don't know about his depth. The starting lineup is very like that. That's going to win him a lot of games. Those guys. If you
this flex though, like who here is going
he needs someone. Yeah, like I mean, Juju scored
149 points.
Yeah, he scored 8 touchdowns last year. Like that's decent.
Can't play the whole pile of games.
He was a rookie, so I think he probably wasn't getting a whole lot of snaps and stuff.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, I'll have a wee look.
We have the stats. Yeah, like here in week 1,
he was just returning
week
stuff.
2,
got a touchdown.
16 yards and a touchdown. 39 yards, 47, 58, 32. Picking up an average amount, but look at that week.
I think this was when he kind of they started trusting him a bit more after that, playing him in the offense a bit more after he scored a few touchdowns.
And then here we go again, 97. So targeted there 2 weeks, solid, and that could be actually.
He's definitely a good player. He's definitely a good player.
Playing Cleveland in the first game. That's probably why he's in the starting lineup.
Yeah, that's fair. Pat Mahomes is his backup. Pat Mahomes was a rookie last year. This will be his first year starting. He has Tyreek Hill there. He's got Travis Kelce. He's got Sammy Watkins. They got Kareem Hunt and Spencer Ware, who's quite good. Like, it's a very good offense.
Yeah.
If Deshaun Watson doesn't work out, he's got an option there. And like, there's just so much depth out there in quarterback anyway. So
yeah. So I think that takes us to the end of it. We've gone through everybody's
That's everybody,
teams. And let's just wrap it up. Thanks to all our sponsors for today's sponsorship.
Shout out to Rob Fay for his call in earlier that made a brief appearance either just after this or earlier on in the show.
Yeah, who knows? Let the editing.
It's a fluid process.
Exactly. We'll see where it works best. And that's it. We're done.